Welcome back, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've been on here on our channel. Hopefully we can change things around, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you're here on this video, thanks for clicking the video. I'm from Chicago originally, the south side of Chicago. My dad got married and we ended up coming to Michigan. So once we came to Michigan, or whatever, we came to Michigan, everything was going good for the first like couple of years. Everything was fine, you know. We were going on family trips and stuff like that. And my dad's, you know what I'm saying, his first wife, like he just met her. She's not my mom, but that's his first wife, like, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get to know her, like also while living with her type deal. So then, yeah, like I said, the first couple years were good. We were doing pretty good. It was pretty family oriented, or tried to be setting or whatever. And then like 8th grade year, like between 8th grade year going on up, oh hell broke loose. Like I'm not even going to cap. 8th grade year or whatever, like it was still like good, like initially good, but you could tell like it had its nooks and crannies like here and there. And what I mean is like, as far as like our relationship as a family as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was straight. Like we were family, like we were still like doing family things, like hanging out and doing stuff like that, Christmas and stuff like that. Being an actual family, you can just tell it's changed. Like I think around this time, like my stepmom at this time, I think she ended up losing her job. They offered her a position to be promoted, but she would have to move out of state. The reason why she didn't want to do that is because we just moved here. You know what I'm saying? We just moved to Michigan. So she was like, no. So then she had to go find a new job or whatever. 8th grade year, my dad was taking care of everything. 9th grade year, she went back to school. And she was doing that whole process and stuff like that. But it felt like forever. Like it felt like she literally took 2 years off. And my dad was taking care of everything. So when she finally went back to school, she went back to nursing assistant and stuff like that. And she learned all that stuff. I think she was a nursing assistant. But she was the type of person that would basically clean up after, you know what I'm saying, like old people, like wipe them, clean them, and do that. And then eventually she just kept like going and going and going. The older I'm getting now, everything's starting to change. The dynamic and everything's changed. And I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting older. But us as a family, like, because she's not like, we weren't really family. But my dad and my sister, they're my family. You know what I'm saying? Even our relationship was starting to deteriorate or whatever. But me and my sister were good. It was just our relationship with them, like my dad and my so-called stepmom at the time. So eventually it comes a point where I'm working now. I'm starting to work. I finally get a job. Even though I was working, it was like I wasn't making enough and it wasn't really doing a lot for what they expected me to do. I had to buy my own clothes. I had to buy my own food. I literally had to buy my own everything, but I'm still in school at the same time. Like I have to buy my own everything. Why I have a whole family, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was kind of hard getting paid bi-weekly. So it's like weeks I'm going without. So like I'm on the block with a whole bunch of my friends and stuff like that. It turned up to us going to store, getting a whole bunch of candy. And now I'm not saying go do this, but I'm just saying, like, we went and we got a whole bunch of candy and we used to go sell it to people. Like when I say got a whole bunch of candy, we used to go to gas stations and steal the candy. But we stole so much of the candy that instead of eating the candy, we would go back to like our block and we'll sell the candy back to them because we would actually want the money. That's how much candy we had. And it was just like, we would have so much candy that, because it was a big group of us. And I'm not saying that we would all go in at the same time, but it'll be like 9 of us and we'll have like $1. The only thing about going to do that is somebody had to buy something for us to all go. That was the whole reason why we're going. We weren't the type of people to be like 9 deep and go to the store and then just go steal. We weren't doing that. But the reason why I'm saying all of this, how it concludes in my story, is because how I was saying, like, I was getting paid every 2 weeks. And mind you, I'm not really making a lot because at that time I'm still in school too. So it's only a certain amount of hours that I can work. But at the same time, I have to take care of all these necessities. And then on top of that, I have to give them money for like toiletry, for like paper towel and toilet tissue and stuff like that. I have to give them a set 40 aside from that, on top of managing everything that I have to do. So, yeah, so then after that, they would not feed me at all. Like, they would make food, I could not eat none of that food. If they made food that night, I could not eat any of it. So I would have to ask. Sometimes I would sneak and ask Didi and be like, can you get me some food? Like, can I get some food from you, bro? And she would literally go and steal the food out of my own, like, we're living together, but she would steal the food for me and bring it back to me. Like, that's how me and Didi was, like, we're so close, and people don't really understand like why we're so close. Because like, even though we were living in a house, it felt like a jail cell. Like, literally, it really felt like a jail cell. And the type of stuff that was going on, like, I'm gonna make more stories about the stuff that went on in the house, but this is my first one. So yeah, so they would not feed me or whatever. So we go into the store and we're stealing. We making money, like tons of, like, we're making money at that age. To be considered how old we are, we're like 16, 17. And we're making money, like, on the block, selling candy, and, like, you know what I'm saying, like, getting this money. So then, like, that's how that's how it eventually ended up saving my life. Because, like, if I would have never had a plan or a strategy, like, to go out here and had a plan B to feed myself, I literally would have been starving. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try and get back up on it, but I love you guys. Be smooth. Peace.
For the size, we gon' set shot. Hit him with a 1-2 con, nigga, bet by